Hello everyone, it's Mishka here. There is something I would like to share with you, something that I have been thinking about for a while now, and something that actually I have been wrestling with as well. So this is regarding looking to the future. So that would cover everything from tarot reading, psychic reading, mediumship reading, whatever divination technique is going to be used in order to look into the future. Because ultimately, from what I can see and I can observe, sometimes inadvertently what is happening, either the person who receives the reading or the person who reads the reading, or sometimes the combination of them both, they're altering that future. And what is happening when this future is being altered is not always being altered in a positive way. And we always have to bear in mind that it's not always positive. And what is happening sometimes when the future is being read, the agency of the person that the reading is done to and the free will might be compromised, or that person might willingly, or actually willingly but unconsciously at the same time, gave up their own agency and gave up their own free will. And ultimately the choice, that becoming not the one who is able to create and manifest and choose the future, they're becoming somebody that the future happens to. And this is not empowering to anyone at any point. Actually, this is very dispowering. And this is something that becomes more and more and more apparent to me. I have a natural ability to read. Since I was 5, I have those very strong memories of me being able to read people's fields. That's how I see it. At least that's when I'm very visual. I see quite a lot of things. I'm visual. I can hear them. I can feel them. So sometimes they can hit me. And then when I was 15, 16. My journey with the tarot has started. I embarked on the journey. I designed my own deck, and then I went on a journey through Kabbalah and so on and so forth. And I'm 40 years old right now, and I don't do it professionally. I have other profession, but I tend to read cards to people. And my belief and my understanding was that people that come to you in order for the future being read, because they're either curious, they're looking for security net, they're looking for answers. But for a very long time, what hasn't occurred to me, that actually I'm partially responsible for what this person is taking out of that reading. And I think that started with me indicating before the reading that we always have a free will and we have a choice. But I think I haven't understood it to the degree as I'm understanding it now, how much of this free choice and how much of our own agency we might be willing to surrender and give up for something that we see as big and high on ourselves, and not necessarily that is the case. So what I would like you to ponder, or at least take it as a food for thought, what is happening to yourselves when you either going for reading and you're looking for some kind of way out of situation? Usually people who look for readings, they are looking for answers. They are on some kind of crossroads within their own lives. And sometimes they are looking for a safe net. That's what I do as well, quite often when I'm going through the reading. And this is kind of very much connected with the feeling of not being in control. But sometimes we have to understand the reason why we're not in control, because we feel very much powerless within the situation. So sometimes the answer is to find your own power and to be centered and know what you want and make the choice, because then you can almost like break the situation, you can break the spell. So this is about understanding our own role within shaping our own future and manifesting things in our own future. And also the difference between taking for gospel sometimes what we're hearing during the tarot reading or psychic reading or mediumship reading. Because sometimes our understanding, what is said to us, is shaped by our expectations or our preconceived understanding how this is going to look like. And therefore, quite often what is happening, things might be coming into our lives, but we are too blind to see because it's not the package in the way how we would expect it to be. So we always have that ability to make a choice, to have a free will. Free will means that we have a power, ability to shape our future. So to give you an example, because I was seeing it time after time with some of my friends, because I think the friends, people that are around me, I know them for donkey's years, and I can see what is sometimes happening when I'm tuning in and give them the saying, oh, this is possible, this is most likely going to happen, this is possible outcome. But some of my friends, they are not necessarily, they are able or in position or in situation to use that to the best of their abilities, and sometimes they taking it as a gospel, and I don't have control over it, how they're going to interpret what was given to them. Therefore I become more and more kind of aware or conscious of the fact that actually the way how I was passing on the information possibly wasn't the best way of doing it. Maybe instead of passing on what is there in the ether to somebody who in given time is unable to filter it, is not the best forward. Because you might be giving somebody a tool, but they don't know how to use it. It might be the best possible tool, the most fancy, wonderful thing that can help them. But if they not see the value of how they can apply it, it's kind of useless to them. And that kind of sits with me as well. So I started to kind of looking at it from absolutely different angle, to realize that presumably in the best interest not only of people that I know, my friends, the people that come to see the reading, is to mirror back and reflect the options, the possibilities and potential that's out there, then actually define or describe the destination, the end result. Because what is happening when I'm saying it's the outcome, or that's how the thing's going to end up, that is the strongest potential within that current situation. Future is malleable, future is flexible. Not all of us have exactly the same type of future. Some of us, they're able to manifest things with ease. Some of us, they have to work hard on it. Some of us, they have certain dues to repay or certain lessons to learn, and until we don't do it, or we choose to not to, or run away from it, this lesson is coming back and back and back, and things cannot be changed because we have to kind of release ourselves from certain things. So with that said, and with that in mind, I came to the conclusion that I also have to take, it's not only the person who comes for reading is responsible how they are interpreting and what they're taking out of the reading, because I have no control over that bit at all, regardless of what I might say at the beginning. It's also up to me as a reader to take the responsibility and not play and not alter their own agency and their own free will. So therefore, I came to understanding and conclusion that I'm also part of the process. Therefore, I bear that responsibility. To give you an example, I had just this weekend, I had a friend coming over. She was staying over the weekend. We went to the shops and we were like chatting, and all of a sudden I felt that kind of enormous amount of anxiety hitting me, and I said to her, "Oh, by the way, is that why you feel it? What it is?" And she gave me some answer, but I knew it wasn't it, and she didn't want to touch on it. And we kind of left it. We got home. We had something to eat, had the drink, sitting in the front of fire. And then she said, "I know there's some kind of burning question I would like to ask you, but I don't know what it is." And we kind of left it there, and in the morning we had coffee, and then I was very nosy and I said, "Okay, this is regarding your job. You're just very uncertain what's going to happen." And she asked me, "So where is it going to take me?" And I mirrored back her options, but I didn't give her answer to the outcome. And she was kind of surprised. She said, "But," and I explained why. And she said, "Yeah, that's very interesting. Before you would tell me that." And I said, "Yes, I would." But I came to understanding that actually I'm robbing you of your own agency, of your free will. So you still have a choice wherever you choose to be. It's kind of sits with you. You still have that free will. And that's presumably for me going forward how I see the readings. I far much more prefer to be someone that reflects back and bounce off the energy that is out there and give people options and show them the potential instead of giving them or showing them what the destination might be.